Hello and welcome to Easier Movement, Happier Horses. Today we're going to talk about gratitude and not in the way that you think of it, okay? You know, a lot of people talk about, oh, it's so important to be grateful for this and grateful for that and have an attitude of gratitude. But I'd like you to think of it in a slightly different way. And what I'd like to do today is actually share with you some of the responses I've been getting in my online challenge. I'm running a 5-day challenge where actually today is day 3 as I'm recording this. And the first day was about gratitude. So a couple of days ago, and I asked people to post about what they're grateful for with their horse, but to not pick all the usual things, to have at least something in there that maybe wasn't so obvious that you'd be grateful for it, but maybe it's that it led you down a particular path or something like that. So I'd like to share some of these with you because I thought they were, first of all, everyone's responses were amazing, and each person had at least 3 things that they were grateful for. So I just kind of selected a few, but I thought they were really important. One of them was that she said her horse doesn't take herself too seriously. Now, I love that because that's such a good reminder for us, because I know for myself, sometimes I just take myself a little too seriously, right? So she was really grateful that her horse didn't take herself too seriously. And it's a good reminder for us, right? Another one was, she said, I'm just so grateful that my mare is just my mare. It's like she is who she is. Okay, another good reminder for us, right? Just to be who we really are. You know, to stay true to our values, our priorities, just be ourselves, okay? Another one wrote about her mare. A lot of these were mares, by the way, but not all. A lot of geldings and stallion in the group too. She said that her big black mare is the peacekeeper of the herd, and that she does her best to keep peace and harmony within the herd. I thought that was pretty cool. And by the way, she's this big, gorgeous mare. I'm sure she could raise a ruckus if she wanted to, but you know, her role in life is to keep the peace. And what a beautiful sentiment. Another person said that she loves the fact that her horse is so sensitive, because if she herself, as the rider or as the handler, gets tense and her mind is somewhere else, her horse immediately gets distracted. And she said, he teaches me so much about myself. Okay, how cool is that? And that's what this is all about, right? Is that our horses are teaching us. I mean, we're having fun with them. It's wonderful. We have goals and we have kinds of wonderful adventures with our horses. But you know, when you look at this as a journey that you're going on with your horse to become a better version of yourself, I think it just takes it to an entirely different level. And that's what's coming out in all these gratitude lists. Another person said that she was just so grateful her horse was part of her life, and that we enjoy each other's company and we have great fun together. You know, a lot of times when I'm working with horses and their riders, the riders forget about that fun part, right? They're so focused on particular goals they have as horse people, like certain things they want to do or whatever, or they're worried about certain challenges, difficulties they're facing with their horses, that they forget about fun. And we do this in other areas of our lives as well. So I just thought that was so cool how she said, and we have great fun. They enjoy each other's company and they have great fun together. So again, good reminder for us to enjoy each other's company, whether that's horses, other humans, dogs, cats, whatever, and to have great fun together. Another person said just the love and connection, and that this lifelong learning journey, right, that she's so grateful for. Another one said she's so grateful that her horse is so sensitive, because her horse reminds her to be really clear and purposeful. Okay. And if she's not, the horse doesn't respond in the way that she would like. So she has 2 horses she's talking about. One of them tells her, you know, through his actions, to slow down, right? and to relax. And the other one teaches her to be really clear and purposeful. Okay, so they're both like apparently very sensitive, which is awesome. Horses are by nature very sensitive, even the ones that you don't think they are, because they may be very just like quote unquote bomb proof, quiet horses, but they are very sensitive. They pick up things so like on such a deeper level than we do, like all the little nuances of our physiology. They notice that. Okay. So another person said that one of the things she said was that her horse puts a smile on her face every single day that I spend time with him. How great is that, right? I think a lot of us may also say that. I know I certainly say that about my horse. I believe that. But wow, what a nice reminder. And to think of maybe other things in your life that put a smile on your face every single time you get to do them. Like for me, I love sharing this information with you. So I'm always so happy when I'm doing it. Right? I feel very motivated. I feel very, satisfied, happy, all those good things when I'm sharing this information with you. So think about, making sure that you're including more of that in your life, those things that put a smile on your face all the time. Certainly horses are at the top of that list, right? Another person said that she just appreciates how her horse like basically said to her, like she got like kind of like a download, flow with me. I thought that was really cool. Another one said she loves how her horse is teaching her to move with him and to take deep breaths. Okay, because how we forget to do that. Sometimes we're doing something new or something challenging and we either hold our breath or we breathe really shallow. And a lot of times this becomes a habit that we do throughout the day. Like we just do it automatically, and it really can impact our health actually, and also our feelings of safety and calmness, because when you're breathing in a way that's really shallow and stuff, your brain might think that there's a problem and you might feel some tension. Okay, you might feel actually a lot of tension. So, just as a reminder to move with life and to breathe in a relaxed, deep way. Another one said that she loves that her horse easily shows if he's comfortable or not. Now, a lot of times we don't do that. Like we become so habituated to discomfort. So it feels familiar. It's like one of those habits. I always talk about how we have all these habits of mind, but also movement habits of how we move and sit and stand, etc. And we think something's comfortable, but it's not. It's actually just familiar. Okay. So she loves that her horse knows, he easily tells her if he's comfortable or not. So something we can think about in our own life, Are you recognizing when you're comfortable and when you're not? And how can you change your life to, not that we always want to be quote unquote comfortable, but as far as a movement perspective, we want movement to feel comfortable. Okay. So that means we're on the path to healthy, efficient movement when it's comfortable. So we want to start at sort of like the baseline that this is comfortable. Now we can build on it. Okay. So that's important. Another person wrote in and said that her horse has some metabolic issues. So the horse is very restricted as far as pasture. And she said the horse never complains, that even though there's these limitations on, I think it was a mare, on her life, she doesn't complain about it. And the woman made a comment like, wow, imagine if we were all like that, that type of thing. So it's a lesson there, right? If we have certain limitations in our life that are unchangeable, maybe, how do we adapt to that? How do we adjust? Do we just have resentment? Are we complaining a lot? Or can we adjust like this horse does? Another one said that she was so grateful that her horse was aloof, because she said he was aloof, and it caused her to go on a journey to seek the right way to communicate and connect with her horse. How great is that? So she didn't just like write him off that, oh, my horse is aloof and, that's that. But she went on this journey of self-discovery to figure out, what can I do differently? How can I communicate differently with my horse? So again, what a lesson, right? We can take that into other aspects of our lives. Sometimes when we have people that maybe they just they don't agree with certain positions or opinions we have, or our value systems might be different, or who knows, right? They rub you the wrong way, maybe, or they're just aloof people. And sometimes we're like, all right, just give them space, and we just move on. We just ignore them. Maybe sometimes that's a good strategy, but it's also really cool if you take the time and you think about, well, how could I connect with this person? Like, where can I find commonality? Where can I find common ground? I know there was a woman that I used to see around the neighborhood, and she always seemed really like kind of grumpy and not friendly. And I was like, I just like to be friendly. I like to wave and say hi and, oh, great day out or whatever. And she just like wasn't really into that. I'd get a little bit of a, comment or whatever. And she, and I realized, wait a minute, I don't think she's nasty or anything. I think that's just her way. Like, in other words, she just didn't have that. And I'm not an extrovert, just so you know. I consider myself an introvert, but I decided to figure out, what does she like? And, would ask her things here and there, just very casually. And it turns out she's like this amazing person who now we're pretty friendly. So it was really fun. And I thought, I'm glad I gave that a try. Like, I'm glad I didn't just write her off as, oh, okay, she doesn't want to be friends and that's it. So actually that happened with other neighbors of mine too. So anyway, something to think about, if there are people or other animals in your life that have that kind of aloofness, and, is there a way you can approach them differently? Okay. Another one said, she has been riding for a really long time, but she always rode kind of superficially. Like, she, it was nice and she was, technically pretty good, but there was like a shallowness to it, I guess. And she said, this horse she has now, she has to ride this horse properly. And she said, it's fantastic. She's so grateful, because she said she's approaching her riding in a much deeper, more meaningful way. And she's really taken quite a deep dive into how to ride, really properly. And so that's exciting for her. So that's a situation where a lot of people would think, oh, I don't want a horse that's sensitive or whatever. But she embraced it as, wow, this is wonderful, because I'm becoming a better horsewoman. So pretty cool. Another one was celebrating the fact that her horse bucked her off. Right? Now, you wouldn't think that that's something you'd be grateful for, right? But she said that was like that needed to happen so that she could find a way to communicate and connect with him. So it's sort of like the horse had to kind of shout, if you will, that things weren't right. And she was so grateful for that opportunity then to approach it in a different way, to approach her relationship with her horse differently and to ride differently. And this is important because a lot of horses just tolerate what we do. Even if they're not comfortable, a lot of them do tolerate it. And then there's no reason why we have to improve. Now, her horse said, ain't happening, and bucked her off. So but being the wonderful person she is, she decided to take that as, okay, I need to do something differently, not I need to punish my horse. So that's a big distinction there. Again, we can apply this to not only horsemanship, but other areas as well. Okay, just a few more, but I think these are important, though. I'm so excited to share them with you. Another woman said, she's so grateful that her horses have helped her have an open mind and an open heart, because she really had to go down a journey of trying different things to help her horse. So that was pretty cool. And another one was just the peace she receives, that just, that peace that she feels when she's with her horse. So again, take the time and experience that instead of doing all the time with our horses. Can you just be with your horse? Just be with your horse. Another one said she's so grateful because her horse disconnects when she's too task oriented, when she's too task focused. So that's pretty cool because her horse like, I'm checking out. If you're just going to be like having that kind of narrow focus about a specific task, I'm out of here, mentally. And she recognizes that, right? Which speaks a lot about her, by the way. And it's like, oops, let's get back on track, have a broader perspective. Let's see the big picture here instead of being so task focused. Again, we can apply this to other things besides horsemanship. So a couple more that were really fun. I love this one. So this woman said that her horses are ready to help things go well. Now, what a great attitude. What a great attitude. A great attitude from the horses, but also from this woman, because if you took that perspective that life is helping you out, right? That things are happening for you and not against you, and that your horse is always ready to help things go well. I mean, that is fantastic. These all put a smile on my face in so many different ways, and everyone's response, by the way, because there's many more in the group that I'm not talking about here. But that one I thought was really pretty cool. My horses are ready to help things go well. So think about that as a nice little mantra, right? If you will, as just a theme you can think about, that the universe is always ready to help things go well. Right? And things are working for your advantage. Another one said that her horse, she's so grateful because her horse makes her a better person and a better horse person, but even just a better person overall, which again, just what we're talking about here, all these lessons just can help us be better versions of ourselves. Okay, one more, that I just, again, loved. She said that her horses remind her again and again that it's all about self-awareness. Okay. And this is what I teach, right? Self-awareness, awareness of how we move, awareness of how we think, all the aspects of self-awareness. And our horses are definitely really good teachers, that they help us recognize the importance of self-awareness. So again, self-awareness, you can apply, that's going to improve your life in a number of different ways, right? To every aspect of your life. So anyway, I wanted to give you a little taste of this. And by the way, so we have this ongoing Unlock Your Horse's Superpower Challenge. If you're listening to this podcast in real time, let's see, when this comes out is November 10th, 2022. So we have a couple more days left. We have prizes every day. We have a grand prize. So even if you're late to the party, even if you just start the challenge on the 4th or 5th day, you can actually still qualify for the grand prize if for the grand prize drawing, if you go back and just put in your quote unquote homework, which is really easy stuff. Okay. Really easy stuff that you can just do. So to get the challenge, if you go to marydebono.com/unlock, you'll get the email that I send out every day. But the challenge itself is taking place in our free Facebook group, Happy, Healthy Horsewomen. So those links will be in the show notes. And as always, you can drop an email to support@marydebono.com if you have any questions. But thank you so much. I hope you think about these little gratitude lists that I shared with you, and apply them to your own lives, and see how your horses will improve when you take those thoughts to heart. Okay, thank you so very much for listening, and I can't wait to share more with you very soon. Bye for now.